Check out this retirement plan. Working with this guy yesterday. This guy's just crushing. He's let's just say he's going to retire at 60. We'll just say it's right now, actually, because he's looking at retiring here pretty soon. His wife is 3 years younger. So for those of you guys who were educated in public schools, that means his wife was 57. 60 minus 3 is 57. All right, so she's 57. The goal is to wait till he's 70 to take Social Security, all right? And then he makes the money. The wife stayed at home to raise the kiddos, and she'll get half of his benefit. And she's not going to take it till her full retirement age at 67. So this works actually perfectly. It's almost like my wife and me, where I'm 4 years to her senior. So anyway, the goal for okay, make sure my computer isn't going bankrupt here. So the goal is, in this case, 70 years old, he's going to take his social with delayed earnings credits. She'll be 67. She'll get half of his PIA, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. All right, so that's the goal. All right, when we look at how they're going to finance the retirement before that, that's what we're going to talk about right now. So check this out. All right, so he's got $100,000 in the bank right now. He's got $1.5 million portfolio. All right, so my recommendation is the perfect barbell, dude. Perfect barbell. We take $500,000 put in cash, and $1 million he has it in like the Vanguard 2030 fund. It's perfect. So $500,000 cash, $1 million in the 2030 fund. All right. Now he needs $100,000 a year. That's including taxes. So he needs $100,000 a year for the next 10 years. So it doesn't take a rocket science. $100,000 a year times 10 is what? That's $1 million. So we're not using any inflation here. In terms of, what about inflation? Well, we're not inflating the cost of living, and we're also not inflating the portfolio return. Remember, the portfolio return is higher than inflation. All right, so if we don't do either, it's actually a negative to us in financial planning, because it's saying we're not getting the growth of the portfolio return, which is significantly higher than the rate of inflation historically. Will it be like that? I have no clue. That's where we run a Monte Carlo to see if the things go south and all that. But anyway, so there's no inflation. No rates of return either. I mean, think about it. Inflation right now, again, I always have to say is CPI is a silly way to gauge your current inflation, but CPI is, 3.5? You're getting 5.2 on cash. So again, this is a negative on us. People say, but inflation isn't beating 5.2%. Well, my inflation, okay, we can talk about it all day long. We're just using CPI because that's what everybody uses. Again, I've written a book right here, which you should buy, and if you don't, you're wrong, where I talk about the silliness of using CPI and inflation and what alternatives would be. So go ahead and get this book right now, because I'll share it with you. In fact, one of the chapters is your real inflation rate. How, what do I call it here? What inflation should you use? Yeah, right here. Because it's the way we calculate inflation is just silly. All right, so anyway, let's go into this. So like most of my clients, the guy's got no debt. He doesn't have a pension. He has an opportunity for a pension, but the numbers he gave me, I said that I don't think he's right on the pension numbers, but I said that doesn't look right to me. So anyway, we're assuming he doesn't take a pension. All right. So he needs $100,000 from his portfolio. All right. So the first year he's got that covered in the bank. And this guy just fit right, perfect financial planning client for me. He's 60 years old. He wants to hang it up the boots. He's going to live until he's going to wait till 70 to take Social Security, make this work. So in year one, we live off this. Year two, now December 31st of year two, all right, so we're going into year two. So December 31st of year one, we'll say it's 2024. He's living off his bank account, 2024, all right there. Now it's December 31st of 2024. Now he needs another $100,000. So he started the previous year 5 and 1. If this guy went down, we pull the money from here. If this guy went up, we pull the money from here. It's just that simple. So let's say this guy went down this year, we pull the money from here. And then the following year, this guy went up, we pull the money from here. Even if it didn't go back to $1 million. We're not waiting for it to break even at $1 million. We're just saying on any up year, we pull the money from here. On any down year, we pull the money from here. It's just that simple. So in this case, again, we're not given any rate of return. So that means this guy did not go down. It just stayed flat. So we'll pull the money from here just to show you how it works. All right, so he needs $100,000 a year for 10 years. So that money will be gone in 10 years. zeroed out. Now he's going to need, his Social Security is going to kick in. He's got a PIA of 3,300. All right. She's got and then he's going to wait till his delayed earnings credit. So it'll be roughly $4,000 a month, with his delayed earnings credits. So he's going to wait. His PIA is 3,300. He's going to wait till he's 70. He'll get about $4,000 a month. She'll get, well, actually, I understood that. She'll get half of this right here, which is what, $1,650? So between them, they're going to get $5,650 a month. I underdid hers. I don't know what that is. $5,060 a month times 12. I thought I had my calculator. Oh, I do have my calculator. Hold on a second. 5,600. This at 60 years old. He'll be 70. She'll be 67. 5,650 times 12. It'll be $68,000 a year. 68. So they're going to need. We'll come back to this. All right. Let's write that there. $68,000 a year is what they'll get in Social Security. All right. At 70. So in 10 years, this is zeroed out. We're living off now $500,000. All right. And again, at this stage, it doesn't matter if it's in cash on. We're not right now. We don't care. We're just saying at the end of the day, the best way to do this is a barbell strategy. You got your first year covered. Year two, starting of year two, you see which account, you see if this account, the stock account and bond account, if it went up in value, you take your $100,000 from here. If it went down, you take your $100,000 from there. So we're just going to kill this off for simplicity because we need $100,000 a year for 10 years. All right, that's what we need because we're going to do some vacations, we're going to do things like that. So we got $20,000 of excess cash to party with the next 10 years. In 10 years, he's going to need $80,000. So now he's 70 years old. He needs $80,000 a year. All right. Of that $80,000, how much do we have from Social Security? $68,000. So he needs $12,000 a year from this guy right here. $12,000 a year from a $500,000 portfolio. That's a 2.4 distribution rate. Can you make that happen? Of course. 2.4% for the next, until he's dead. You can do that while you're sleeping at night. And by the way, don't forget, on this right here, so let me show you how the tax is going to work, because this is crazy. Now this is before RMDs and whatnot, because this is all IRA. So the $100,000 he needs is including taxes. All right, the $100,000 he needs is also $20,000 for vacay. He's going to buy his lovely wife a car and all this stuff. In 10 years, he's not going to spend as much on vacations and whatnot. He just, they want to live large now. That's the way to do it while they're still young and dumb and healthy. He's not dumb. I'm just joking. But in 20 years, they're going to have $80,000 a year of income, of which $66,000 comes from Social Security, and what do you say? It's $68,000 from Social Security. I mean, this is literally the perfect way to do this. $12,000 comes from his IRA. All right. So we got to figure out a provisional income, which will be half of this. Will be, what's that? $34,000 plus this right here. So it's going to be 46,000 schmackaroonies. I hope you see where I'm going with this. This is going to be crazy. 46,000 schmackaroonies. So we know the first 32,000 is tax-free. The next 12,000, 6,000 of that is taxable. And the next, anything above 44 is 2,000. 85% of that is taxable. I'm not going to go over the intricacies of Social Security here because I've done that a million times, but 2,000 times 0.85, it's only $1,700 is taxable. So we got, of his $68,000 of Social Security, $7,700 is taxable. That's it. Isn't that crazy? So we got $7,700 of taxable Social Security plus the $12,000 that he's got from his IRA. That's $19,700. That's below the standard deductions. He pays no tax. So he can actually give himself an increase, a raise to spend more money if he wants, because he's paying less in taxes. He can spend more. So he pays no taxes. He's taking 2.4% off that $500,000 portfolio. But Josh, he was taking a 7.5% distribution rate initially. Yeah, for 7 years or for 10 years, and after that it's 2.4. It's a great retirement plan. It works like a charm. No risk. I mean, there's a little bit of risk. I mean, we don't want to, we still would like to have some stocks just to get some growth opportunity for sure. I mean, there's nothing wrong with staying in some stocks. Man, I'm getting hungry, man. Ooh, 11:11, yikes. The devil's hour, 11:11. But that's just, it works like a charm, dude. This is a perfect retirement plan. He's got to stay. And look, that $100,000 included health care, the $80,000 included Medicare. In fact, it's funny, I was just reading right now, in fact, the median income for retirees, I just read this today, was, I don't think I have it, it's like $4,100. That's a median income. So this guy is almost double the median income without even blinking an eye on his ability to retire. If the median retiree is doing fine at $4,100, most likely you're going to be doing fine at $7,500. It's just that simple, man. Hope this helps. Love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to my locals channel down below. We go live every Wednesday. We'll be going live tonight on YouTube, as a matter of fact. But on Wednesdays, locals only. So join my locals channel. Go Tech. Let's beat those SEC boys. I'm going for Michigan today against the clowns at Ohio State. Everyone is hating on Michigan, so that means I got to go with Big Blue. So go Big Blue and go Tech. All right, we'll see you guys.